Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back here to the WHS Network for year number 11 here for us with Wapahani Raider Broadcasting. Again, as always, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Behind the camera, as always, is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We want to thank you all for tuning in here for a nice special treat to get this season underway with the 2022 Wapahani Lady Raider Volleyball campaign. We'll have our Raider Sports Report here tonight, again previewing this team and what we're looking forward to, not only from a schedule standpoint. The teams will be playing up against this year, but we're going to be back in 2A, which I'll touch on that later on here in our preview show, and then who we have returning with the team. It's a big time of the year now. Now school's back in session. Everybody's eager to get sports going again. Our golf team is already off and running. The girls' golf team is. Soccer's ramping up, cross country and volleyball as well. And so we're ready to get the season underway and hit the ground running here. I know myself and Redbeard, as I just said, this is year number 11 for us. So we've been a part of a lot of great things, a lot of great championships, a lot of great victories, not only for volleyball but various sports throughout the years. And so we're expecting big things again this year, not only from our volleyball team but from all of our teams out here. We have really a great group of young ladies and young men and great coaches all across the board in all of our sports. You have our athletic director, Mr. Matt Luce, and our principal, Mr. Mark Fahey, that sets all of this whole entire school corporation up, as far as to be successful, not only in sports but in the classroom as well. And that's extremely important for these student athletes, because at the end of the day, the most important thing is getting the grades in a classroom and making sure you're taking care of business there, so then you can play the sports that you love and want to be a part of. And when you look at this volleyball team, it's the same makeup every year. Not only are they great players, but they're also great young women and great students as well, that are working hard not only on the court but in the classroom. And I think that's extremely important to recognize, that these are student athletes, not just athletes out here. And so, they come out here ready to go. We're going to start the season off tomorrow. That's going to be a big-time invitational. It's going to be at Crown Point, which, again, we'll get into the schedule here in just a moment. But, again, with this team, the way that that's shaped up right now, I think that, there's a lot of great potential there to wreak some havoc this year and win a lot of games and win some championships. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at this 2022 Wapahani Lady Raider volleyball schedule. So again, as I just mentioned, we'll start out the season tomorrow morning on August the 13th. Wapahani at Crown Point. They're having an invitational up there. Wapahani will be playing some very tough competition. We'll be playing Cathedral, I believe, in the first game. Then we will be playing Ileana Christian. We'll also be playing, I believe Brownsburg and I believe one other team. Maybe Lake Central, I think, might be the other team we'll be playing. We'll be playing 4 games that day there tomorrow morning and afternoon and into the early evening. So it's going to be a very busy day there for those young ladies and the coaches and the parents. So all the best to them. We will not be there broadcasting that game or any of those games, basically because not only is it a 3-hour drive, which that's not a huge deal, but they're going to be playing on multiple courts, which is difficult for us to set up and tear down and then set back up, so on and so forth. That just becomes a little tedious, and you don't know exactly the seating arrangement there as well. So we're going to hold off on doing that on any of those games tomorrow. However, our first broadcast of the year will then come next Tuesday. That is August the 16th. Wapahani will be traveling to Delta there to take on the Eagles for another away game to start the year. That'll be a 6 p.m. JV start time, varsity game to follow. Then our first home game will be the very next week on Tuesday, August the 23rd. Blue River coming over here to Wapahani for an early season MEC Conference matchup. Then August the 25th, Wapahani will be taking on Westdale at Westdale High School. Another MEC Conference matchup there. Then on August 27th, Wapahani will be hosting their annual Volleyball Invitational starting at 9 a.m. And then obviously another big game that everybody circles on the calendar every year. August the 30th, Yorktown at Wapahani, 6 p.m. JV start time there for that one. That'll be a fantastic game. Come on out. Please support the team. Not only that game, but every single ball game. Then on September 1st, Wapahani will be taking on Jay County on the road. Then on the 6th of September, Hagerstown, right out here at Wapahani, another 6 p.m. start time there for that one. Then the very next night, Wapahani back on the road again, another MEC Conference matchup, this time at Eastern Hancock. And then the third consecutive night of action here, Wapahani will welcome in Muncie Burris, another big matchup there with the Yowls there on September the 8th there at 6 p.m. Then September the 13th, another Shenandoah matchup there here with Wapahani early season here with MEC Conference action. It'll be the Battle of the Raiders there on that September 13th matchup. Then the very next night, again at Madison Grant this time. That's always a game, throughout the years it's always been very, very good. The last few years, it's been, kind of hit and miss as far as competition level there, but I look for that to be another great game there on September the 14th. Then again, 3 nights in a row there on September the 15th, Randolph Southern will come here to Wapahani there for another 6 p.m. start time. Daleville will come here to the Raider Country on September the 19th. And then the Raiders will be traveling over to Monroe Central, a little 10 to 12-minute drive for an MEC matchup there again on September the 21st. Alexandria comes to town here on the 22nd of September. And then another crucial matchup late now in the season on September the 26th. Wapahani will travel to Hamilton Southeastern, another 4A program. Again, the Raiders have stacked, or at least tried to stack their schedule as much as possible with tough opponents on purpose. So a big game there on September the 26th. Then on the 27th, the Raiders will travel over to Union to take on the Rockets for another MEC Conference matchup. There's the MEC Conference schedule will wind down. Then on the 29th through October the 1st, the Delaware County Volleyball Tournament, and that will be held, as usual, right out here at Wapahani High School. Then with Winchester coming back to Wapahani again on October the 3rd, on the 5th, it is Cowan traveling over here to Raider Country, again for the last MEC Conference game of the season. And then to wrap up the regular season schedule, Westfield, another 4A program, coming to Wapahani, a 10 a.m. start time there for that one. I'm sure there will be JV games played as well as varsity. Then with the IHSAA Class 2A Sectional 40 will be held out here at Wapahani. That will be October the 11th through October the 15th. So, folks, again, that is what the schedule looks like here for this 2022 Wapahani Lady Raider volleyball season. Again, right there at the end, when I was talking about the sectional, we bumped down to 2A again. So last year we moved up to 3A. We played at Belmont, which that was I'll never forget. That was a very frustrating loss. Last year, we was up 2-0 there in that matchup there with Belmont there in the championship, and ended up going on, unfortunately, to lose that one. But that's in the rearview mirror. Looking forward now, like I said, we bumped down to 2A with the reclassification system now with with the school population and everything, as far as how many students are attending each of the schools. We got bumped down to 2A, so our sectional is going to look a little bit different now. Frankton's out. They're no longer in there. I think a couple other schools are out. A few other schools now are bumped into our sectional. One of those is Winchester. I can't remember the other one right off the top of my head, but it's going to be a little bit of a new look to the sectional. Still, a lot of the same teams, but a few new teams coming in. But looking forward to that. Again, Wapahani hosting Sectional 40 this year. 2A action coming up. They're at the latter part of September and into October. So looking forward to that. When you look now at the makeup, though, of this team, a lot of the same faces are returning. A lot of the same dynamic faces are returning. You're having players that have played out here now for 4 years at a very high level. 2 of those years, they got to state championship. Unfortunately, fell short in both of those times, and then was very close to making a very good run at it last year in 3A. So this team has set themselves up to be successful from the start, and it happened. It started all the way back in middle school. You have a great group of young ladies right here that have stuck together, stayed the course, and have continued to work hard, and have been successful in doing so. And I think with that being said, then you have other pieces, upperclassmen. When those girls were freshmen and sophomore, you had upperclassmen that kind of took them under their wing, showed them the ropes and what it took at the varsity level. And, it's continued on, and they've, those ladies have then showed the underclassmen that same kind of, outlook and what it takes to be successful at the varsity level. And that's why we're so good every year. It's just a reloading process. I say that all the time with our sports out here, but we're just, we're good. I'm not gonna, beat around the bush here. We are good at about every sport out here, but it's a lot of reasons that go into that. Coaches, players buying in and working hard to become better each and every single day, not only as players, but as individuals and students. And so it's important, to really look at, when you look at this team right now, what they have, but, not only from a senior aspect, but what are the underclassmen bringing to the table as well. And we have a great group of ladies from top to bottom, and I think that's extremely important to have. You have the Macy Bowden and Cameron Wise, Chloe Cook, Reese Baker, Briley Felton. The list can go on and on. Lauren Rich, Anna Buck, and many others that are going to be extremely vital to the success of this team. You're going to have some freshmen and some sophomores, I'm sure, thrown right there into the mix, and some juniors that are really going to mix it up and be a key attribute to the team and the overall success of this team and where they want to get to this year. Because at the end of the day, you're looking at one game at a time, but your ultimate goal is ultimate goals, win conference, win county, win sectionals, regionals, semi-state, and then the state championship. I believe with the makeup of this team and the coaching staff that we have out here, led by head coach Katie Weir, you have assistant coaches Paige Williamson, you have Madison Mangus, Caitlin Riddle, Lindy Davis. All these ladies have came together. I'm assuming all those ladies are coming back. I probably shouldn't have said that, I guess, ahead of time, but as far as the coaches anyway. But it's going to be extremely important, to have a great coaching staff leading the way every year, and that's what we have out here. And it's nice to have that, stability in these girls' lives, not only from a volleyball aspect, but just an overall outlook. When you look at each game, each game presents its own issues and problems and hopefully resolutions to be able to get the job done every day. And so, when you have the teams that we've been able to have, those are the reasons why. When you have good players, you have to look at the coaches and then the families as well. All of you out there, you know what it takes. There's a lot of hard work involved. And so it's a family, it's a true group effort in every way possible. And we're excited to see where this team goes because, again, from my point of view, and Redbeard, I can guarantee you will have the same aspect and outlook I do. This is a team that, on paper, is right there at the very top and can win the state, in all honesty. Now, that's no pressure. That's, I'm not trying to say, hey, they need to live up to expectations. You got to live up to your own expectations individually and, more importantly, as a team. You don't worry about everybody else. You just got to go out there and play every day, looking to get better and improve and see where that will take you. But again, on paper, this team is going to be very, very good, very, very tough to beat, and a lot of fun to watch. And we're excited to get it going tomorrow, seeing how these ladies will do. And then our first broadcast of the year will be next Tuesday at Delta. So we hope y'all join in. Please come out, support the team, whether it be an away game or a home game. They need your support, and it's nice to have a packed crowd out here from Raider Gymnasium. And if you can't make it, or if you just want to go back and watch it, well, we've got you covered. So make sure to check us out on YouTube at the WHS Network. Make sure to click the subscribe button and then the little bell icon right next to it. All that's going to do is just send you alerts, notifications upon every broadcast. And then Twitter and Facebook. Make sure to check us out on there at WHS Network. So we hope you all tune in throughout the year, not only with volleyball, but all the other sports that we cover. Should be a great time. We're looking for really toward a great, another outstanding championship, action-packed year in all of our sports, and we're happy to catch it for all of you out there in Raider country. So again, we want to thank you all for tuning in today. Again, here with our Raider Sports Report, presenting the 2022 Wapahani Lady Raider Volleyball Season Preview Show here tonight. Again, we'll be back at it here, our first matchup of the season next Tuesday night, August the 16th, Wapahani at Delta. We hope you all can join in for that. But until then, I'm Brandon Morvillius, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McQuay. Again, thanking all of you for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the WHS Network.